Recording. All right, we are live, McKlasky Live. This is the first time we've done this. We are at the top of the tower, Saugus, Massachusetts, Route 1 Media. We're taking over the world. This is Boston Comedy Junior Varsity. We are a subset of mayhem here. We have guests in the studio. We have bits set up. We have artwork. We're ready to go, okay? And we're not going to waste any of your time because that's what other people do. They waste your fucking time with low energy, no concept shit, and we're not going to do that, okay? Let's meet who we have in studio. Who do we have in studio? Let's check the couch.
I'm a partner. I'm Jeff McKinnon.
Right, John McCallum. Good to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep, we brought in a bunch of comics to hang out in the studio. We're drinking on a Tuesday night. We're basically keeping the lights on in here. This is a production studio, and the only way a production studio can get going is if we get clients and we make money. We got a client who does magazines, and in the magazines they have to sell commercials, and they got all of these photo shoots.
We're with you. Are you going to back it up?
They're photo shoots where the people were a little bit too sexy, and they're trying to sell like laundry detergent or children's breakfast cereal, and they sent some of the images over asking if we could make it so that some of the images were a little less sexy. Jeff and John are going to help us out here. This is the Photoshop portfolio that we've done. And again, these are images that were sent to us from clients that want them to look less sexy. So if you look at this, guys, can you just take one look at this and see what would maybe something that they think would be sexy about this image? Maybe too sexy.
You know, that look, the bra for a shirt or whatever, that it's unfortunate. That was actually very in fashion for like a long weekend at one point. Hey, I think I'll just wear a bra and call it a top.
Yeah, there was like a Paula Abdul video or something, and then everybody got like a license to just show their midriff.
Yeah, but then it went away, so it was sad.
It definitely went away because the company said that this was too sexy and that they don't have a problem with her femininity, but they want to take the focus off of her breast.
I'm just saying that, she can get away with this. A woman that does not earn enough can't just have her bra out, but still have, Lane Bryant attire, in the office. So,
Jeff, if she was wearing Lane Bryant, we wouldn't be looking at her.
That's true.
That's the problem.
That's my level of sexy.
So we did some Photoshop work on this. Yeah. It's not completely done. We have to smooth out lines as a texturing process. But this is the gist of it, just to take the focus off her breast. Does this make it less sexy for you? A little bit?
I'm going to go more sexy. I mean,
I agree.
In this scenario, she can't even run away. I mean, how hot is that?
See, I thought the lack of an ability to like use her lower limbs might take away some of the idea of like fucking her. That doesn't do it for you guys?
I mean, you basically photoshopped her into what looks like a gynecology exam on wheels. Right? Those stirrups, you could tilt that back and you're in business.
Like you do some like Stephen Hawking role play with her or something?
Sure. Yeah, I don't find wheelchairs make anyone less sexy.
I think also, too, like before she looked like she was sitting in a bar stool and anyone could pick her up. Right. Now I'm thinking like I could just go, be the nice guy I am, like, hey, can I push you to your next destination? You know what I mean?
This is more like a guy picks me up in a bar. This one's more like a physical trainer picks me up out of a bed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's hot.
All right.
And the product she's selling was the chair?
It was actually Life cereal. She was supposed to be on a cover of a Life cereal box.
Of course, yes. This is very typical for them.
We have to send it in and get their approval. That isn't a 100% yes.
I like it. Good work.
This picture, this was sent to us by the same company. Beautiful model. They love what's going on here, but they don't like how sexy she looks.
She can't help it. Look at that.
That's what I'm saying is like she's not doing anything. Half of her body's underwater, and we're still saying that this is too sexy. So I have to be creative here. There's Photoshop techniques where you can make shadows look a little bit slimmer and everything like that. I went a different route. I thought that this was the best way to make this woman seem less sexy to me. And I don't know about you guys. Does that work for you? Does that make it less? That makes it less sexy, right?
Oh, she's got diapers. I mean, you're saying that she has a child. That means she fucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she can't for like until the wound heals at least, right?
Those are huggies, yeah. Yeah,
like it implies a child is nearby or something, and I just I couldn't figure out a way to make her look less sexy because.
So you're saying like post giving birth, her vagina is all mangled from.
Or just the
even through it.
I'm more worried about the kid. Where is he? You know what I mean?
Still under the
That's
water.
a good point.
She's in a pool.
That's a good point.
It's more like She might be. I don't even know if she's less sexy, but I'm a little scared.
Yeah, she's got some serious postpartum. She probably drowned that kid.
There's a thing that
I just float his huggies. I just float his diapers. They're waterproof.
Yeah, I'm seeing sort of like kind of a psychoness to her.
Now she looks menacing, right?
Yeah.
There's like a thing that happens to a woman right after she gives child that it makes her like
postpartum depression.
No, like just being a mom.
Oh, yeah. You're saying that makes her less sexy.
Yeah.
I was thinking just as a pitch, maybe the Photoshop job could just, if you turn all the water into fire, that's terrifying. Just set her on fire.
If the implication of death would probably change that. All right, well.
Then she's immune to fire? That's terrifying.
Jeff, if you came to the meeting on Wednesday, I could have saved myself some Photoshop work.
I apologize.
All right, well, let's see if we can get on the same page with this next one, all right?
Wow. Is this a young college Tim McKlasky?
I wish this was me in college. This is a stud. He's absolutely hot. He's on a deserted island with nothing but the STDs he came with. And to me, that says sex, right? It's an implication here. Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
I had to take it down a notch. I had to make it less sexy, okay? And I'm not about to Photoshop away those underwears or ruin those abs. So I thought, what could make this less sexy? I thought, it's the location. So I had him getting a blood transfusion from Magic Johnson. Because I feel like that's slightly less sexy than a tropical island, don't you think?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm squeamish about needles, any sort of blood. That is, yeah. You got me, man. I just lost my boner.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking what would have worked for me is like one of those beanies with like a propeller hat. You know, like.
Oh.
It really turns you off?
I would think if you saw that guy walking down the beach,
or like a Special Olympics T-shirt.
He had one of those hats that had a propeller on the top.
You're not attracted to a stone cold goofball?
I don't know. I think it would just take him down a notch, you know. But
I also think the proportions here are a little.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how big Magic Johnson is. I just assumed he was like 11 feet tall or larger.
Yeah. I guess what it looks like from where I'm sitting is it looks like he's getting a blood transfusion on a plane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And the flight attendant is doing it, so he's like standing on his tray table.
He's gonna have to eat like a family-sized bag of Cheez-Its or cookies after he gives blood too.
Right, and that's AIDS blood right there.
Oh yeah, that's right. He has HIV. I forgot about that.
How close he's willing to get. This man's probably on PrEP.
Yeah.
But it looks like Magic Johnson still finds him sexy because he's got a big smile.
Magic Johnson's looking right in all the right places. I'll tell you that. Magic's not worried about it.
So I don't know.
That's that magic blood right there.
Hey.
Okay, I am not without an ability to appreciate here. Okay, this is a very sexy young man. He's got no shirt on. His hand is implying that he's going down his pants. And this is a psychological thing that we do in marketing and graphic design. Yeah. Just by turning the picture horizontally versus vertically, we are making way more suggestive things. It's a power dynamic, okay? Yeah. And I cannot look at this without getting extremely sexually turned on.
Of course.
And I made a few modifications just to make it so that I wasn't sexually into this. Does anybody, this is all it took right here. I made it Elliot Page.
Oh.
Because you can't imply some big juicy boner and then not have it. But if you do, then there isn't a problem, right?
I was attracted to Ellen and Elliot, so I'm kind of I'm the wrong crowd here. This is an upgrade. I'd take them either way.
I think the only one that would fuck Elliot is E.T. And this alien is not something I'm into. Just don't like her. Not a fan of this picture in particular.
I thought the first gentleman kind of looked suicidal, to be honest with you. He was, I wasn't sure if he was going to touch himself or if he was bleeding out from slitting his wrist. It's just, he doesn't look like he's contemplating sex. He's contemplating existential life, right?
Yeah, I think that it was, the last guy seemed bored, and this guy seems more into life in general. So
he looks like he's going to shit his pants in a motel. He's just waiting to use the bathroom. Right. He's laying in the bed going, oh my God, when are they getting out of the bathroom so I can shit my pants?
That's really what he's holding his hand there for.
Yeah.
Upgrade. You,
All
you
right.
haven't mentioned what any of the products that any of them are selling.
They're all
are.
Cheerios, I guess.
We're not involved in that level of production. I really wish
okay.
we were. Dude, that's where the big bucks come
I wasn't
in,
there
man.
on Wednesday. I missed.
Woo!
this
That's where the big
entire
bucks come.
context. Yeah.
Speaking of coming, look at this couple.
Wow.
They all right now. The notes I got on this were kind of I didn't agree with it. I kind of thought it was offensive. They said that if there wasn't enough information on the person with the back to the camera that was a male, and I was like, well, why does it have to be? Exactly. And they said that that's what our client wants, and I think that the problem the client had is this is sexually charged.
How are we even sure that the person that is facing us is a female? I mean,
honestly, Jeff, that's a good point. I should have pushed back with that.
Yeah.
But I said that it's 2023. I don't want to get us mixed up with gender and stuff. And if the issue is that this is too sexually charged, I can fix that without telling somebody they aren't who they are. Okay?
Exactly.
So to make this picture less sexy, I gave the person a back tattoo that says "cucka," and I added a little bit of brown mess down here by the pant thing. Right? So now everybody's more concerned for this person. They're not trying to fuck this person. They're like, I don't care what gender they are. Do they need a paper towel? And I think this actually was 4 Bounty paper towels. I think this is the one where we got that.
That's going to move some units.
Right? Look at this, right?
I like his dedication to Cucka, that he knows that he's always smeared in Cucka just below his back navel.
Yeah, but some people are into people like pooping on them and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
that last guy.
Yeah,
that last guy in the hotel room.
He definitely.
Yeah.
He'd love to be a part of this.
Yeah. So
you're saying this is more sexy.
Well, to a fringe population.
That's a good point.
Yeah, not me, but I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah. Like as long as we don't hashtag it like messy date, I think we're all right.
Also, this tattoo font is
I believe it's Times New Roman or
yeah, that's very less sexy. You picked a very unsexy font.
I imagine that this was done by this person's stepfather and with a cigarette.
Of course, yeah.
And I mean, I try to get into that, but
tell me what you are, a boy or a girl.
We need to know, or we can't sell Tide.
It reminded me of a woman that I once dated. She had the tramp stamp.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, how? But it said no vacancy, so I'm like, oh, well, she's not that much of a slut. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then there was a family of gerbils living in there.
And
so like, I don't know.
Richard Gere's daughter? Family of gerbils. Okay.
Yeah.
It was an Airbnb in her vagina. All right, this one, I didn't really have to do a lot with this one. This was KY, and they had all these like vibe words of open, like spread and like stuff like that. They wanted that to be with the body posture and stuff, and
they wanted it less sexy.
They wanted it less sexy than this, and all I could think
jelly?
of, it's first of all, it's a KY commercial. You're right, but it's going to be in like a women's home magazine, and I think the cleavage is part of the issue. Do you think it's the cleavage?
It's the cleavage. It's the mystery of what is happening just below where her knees are.
And the knees up too.
Yeah.
Well,
and her like hands behind her back, like.
I believe in showing too much is a thing, in that you don't want to show too much.
Yeah.
But sometimes by not showing enough, you're creating sexuality and mystery. So I said, let's show it all, right? Let's just show everything that this woman is and who she is, and nobody will want to fuck her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking. You're not a fan of hairy pits.
I don't know where the couch ends and this bitch begins. And,
right.
How dry is this hairy beast that anybody would want to fuck her, right?
I think she needs Nair cream and not KY.
Yeah, KY and Nair. Dude.
Honestly, she's very sexy, though. These are things that I overlook sometimes,
I didn't even notice the arm hair, to be honest with you. I have to admit, like, that like... Totally, yeah.
You'd probably get me if you had like a tuft coming out of her cleavage. That would bother me. I could deal with. I'm not really in the armpit. Like what are you doing up there? Nothing.
No.
But she's got like a mane, like a Burt Reynolds rug on her chest. That is.
I mean, it's easier to keep your armpits clean than a man shaving his face. All right. If I can shave my face, you can shave your fucking armpit. All right.
It's tough. Have you shaved your armpit ever?
Do you know what? I feel like only like kind of like it was coming out a little too much.
Yeah.
Like I
trim it back.
I trimmed it back, but
there's nothing wrong with that.
I didn't shave it, so no.
Listen, I've done it all the way. I've gone down to the skin. It's difficult. It's not an easy surface to shave. It's a very it's a very different kind of hair texture, you know, and it's good because it's the only reason why your armpits smell is the hair.
Really?
That's it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you watch, take them away, and you're instantly going to lose any of your armpit.
Jeff, you don't realize it, but you came up with the perfect product of combining KY and Nair.
I was thinking that.
And everybody, while you get fucked, but after you get fucked, you're going to look like a 10-year-old boy.
It all just falls away.
Yeah.
Have you ever used Nair, though?
No.
Oh, the smell of using
yeah, you can
killing
tell.
Hair follicles?
You can tell, yeah. It's
My
like perm.
God,
It smells like a perm.
What's that?
It smells like a perm, like when a woman gets a perm.
Yeah, burnt hair.
Yeah, chemical burn.
It's going to be it's not the sexiest thing. That would be a way to make this less sexy.
Chemical burn.
Combine Nair with KY jelly. I think we came up with it. This client's going to be happy. Hey, girl.
All right. This one was super fucking hard because this lady's in the Matrix and she has not a lot of clothes on. So I could add stuff. I was thinking of I was going to put her in a burqa, but I thought that might be insensitive.
Again, mystery is sexy.
Yeah. And so how do you not misrepresent this woman while still making her less sexy than she is in her natural form? And it came to me. It just came to me in the morning right when I woke up. My stomach was hurting and it came to me. This is how we do it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Less sexy, right?
Yes.
I mean, I know I got to clean up.
To each his own, you know. To your point, John. There's somebody that's like,
yeah, there's someone who might be like, oh,
make that toilet in my face. I'd be excited by this.
Okay.
I
Again, Jeff.
That she didn't decide to unlace her bottoms, which seems like a simple string pull from what she's wearing. You know, Mama taught her how to loop, swoop, and pull to put on her panties, but she doesn't want to take them off while she drops this.
No, Jeff, those strings are hanging into the wet, dirty, shit-filled bowl that she's sitting on. Yeah, those strings are going to be
on her red pumps.
Yep.
Those Louboutins are going to lube putons.
Yep.
Putons.
Yeah, I was thinking because you said burqa, I'm like, I went like, is he going to put her in a nun outfit? Because then I would just be scared.
Ooh, yeah.
A habit? Put her in a habit?
Yeah, I thought that's where you're going.
I see. I fucked up with the lines right here. I got to clean up that. I got to clean up those lines.
Yeah, but I like that she's potentially going to upper deck as well. I don't think she's made up her mind yet. Just how she's going to sully this toilet. But
and that tension is what makes good photography.
And turns me on. I think you're going more sexy every single time. You really you don't have a knack for this, but
well,
you picked the wrong guy.
God damn, man! It's just everything I touch becomes erotic. What can I do?
You can't help but make it sexy.
You guys familiar with this?
I want to fuck this whale.
This fragrance. This is the fragrance right here. This is what everybody's going to be buying in 2023 Christmas. Mothers, aunts, girlfriends, girls you fuck on the side. They want Sexual Fragrance. It is the new shit. You have to order it now because you won't get it in time, okay? Sexual Fragrance. It is so hypersexualized, though, that they want to make their campaign a little bit more grounded, a little bit more approachable to, like, you know, a housewife. And they asked me to make the mini skirt a little bit longer on this lady. They didn't like the length of her mini skirt, and they said that the whale was too phallic.
Yeah, is it a sperm whale?
It isn't. That's my problem. Is I could have gone sperm whale.
Yeah.
I went blue whale, and they said it was a little too phallic. So I was like, what can I do to make this picture less sexy without hiding this woman's beautiful thighs? And I thought, this does it right here. This makes it way less sexy.
A different kind of blue whale.
Yeah, I just switched to blue whales, and it's still Sexual Fragrance.
It's so sexy. Does this go on the bottle? I think that they're...
The bottle, it won't fit. It won't fit on a bottle. We tried it.
You left her skirt same length, yeah?
I think I added... I think it's way longer, actually, isn't it?
Rizzo was going to take away the focus of the...
Yeah, see, the skirt's way shorter here, and then when you cut over...
Would you add an inch?
I added like a good...
I'm confused, to be honest with you, because she actually looks bigger against the whale and smaller against this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the scale is it
the same exact picture? Because now switch back.
Yeah,
like,
did you
she looks
zoom
a lot.
No, it's
I guess
No.
Yeah,
They-
but
she-
she looks smaller in this.
Yeah.
than against
Yeah.
the whale.
And I think that makes her look a little. Oh shit! That makes her sexier. Fuck.
It does make her sexier.
See, this is why it's good that we banged. This is. I'm glad I didn't send this back to them because we don't want to lose Sexual for Grance.
I gotta start showing up to these Wednesday meetings.
We have a crate of the Sexual for Grance in the back. Don't take some home before you guys
Does
leave.
it smell like this blue whale?
It smells like a big, dirty blue whale.
Oh, I love it. I'm in. Okay. So yes. No
There's
bed?
now. This was a bid. We haven't actually landed this yet. This is
Okay.
Target, and there's a slim chance we're going to get Target here. I doubt that this happens, but they sent us this. They actually sent this. They put this out to market, and they got things back saying it's implied that she's underage. I don't know if anybody else gets that from this
That's the
picture.
feeling I got. This looks very like dorm room selfie
Yeah.
to her boyfriend or latest match on Bumble. So
And instead of saying like, let's verify that, they said we want to make it less sexy. And I thought that was like a weird way to word that. Of we think this girl looks underage, make it less sexy. And I'm like, well, why don't we just find out if we are before we start showing this girl's body? And I was able to do both. So to make it less sexy, I just showed more of the image. And yeah, she's probably old enough.
wow.
She looks like if Britney Spears was eaten by a Dracula. Right?
Is her head on correctly?
I might have to fix that in post.
Did you add this head, or is this like the
That's
original?
no, I just took away the graphic art from Target because I think that they sexualized it by cropping out her age essentially. You know what I mean? You can see how many aborted fetuses this lady's run through, how many high school graduations she got drunk and fucked a married guy at.
Yeah.
It's all written on her face.
Nobody drools over her. She seems like she drools on herself.
Mm-hmm.
That is, yeah. It's like if you had like murdered Britney Spears in the late '90s by sawing her head off and then putting it back on.
It looks like somebody hit Britney one more time. It looks like somebody hit her a couple more times.
I will say that I was a big fan of bald Britney Spears. I know I might be, yeah, I was, because I felt like I was better looking than bald Britney Spears.
So you need to feel like you have a more superior appearance. You don't.
I just think it's nice. I don't know if I need it, but I was like, yeah, I'm better looking than Britney Spears.
See, when I see Britney Spears on Instagram now, I feel like I'm more attractive. Like, she's way more in my league now. She's a fucking free woman lunatic that just spins around in circles all day. Like, she's very gettable.
Yeah.
Blonde Britney Spears still felt like she was still out of touch for me. I couldn't get with that.
This is just a psychological breakdown of John thinks he likes it because he looks better, and Jeff thinks that she looks worse so he could do better.
Correct.
Yes.
One's like a self pain and one's a that's
One has
interesting.
self-esteem, the other does not.
Yeah, there you go.
This is a simple test.
Oh, confidence certs. It's their areola of expertise. This was actually the sponsor of today's show.
Yeah.
Jeff, actually, this is actually an account Jeff scored for us. It's a company that makes implants for dumb, stupid girls that don't have tits that all they have to do is buy them online and they can stuff them in their bras and then they're not dumb, stupid girls anymore.
I feel like the girl from the last picture bought some and then ate them.
Yeah. Yeah. We sucked the plasma out of this girl's face to make these confidence certs. And I got to tell you, they sent us over a nice little stipend. We're going to be running some commercials, and actually this is the first commercial that they sent us, so we're going to cut to this. We're going to be back. It's like a 30-second commercial, and then we'll be right back.
Hey girl, are you feeling flat and not all that? You need to pump up your confidence with Confidence Certs. Increase your value 1 cup size at a time. Our tit-augmenting cutlets take you from frumpy librarian to a much sought-after administrative assistant. Show everyone the new you. The confident milk-filled person you are inside. Women come in all different sizes, and thanks to Confidence Certs, we can fix that. Confidence Certs available wherever you find self-respect and Walmart.
Let's go! BCJV!
And we're back. We all needed refreshments, so we just started cracking beers and the whatnot. That was fun. I got some good notes. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to fix half of those images that I created, but that's That's what happens. All right, everybody. That is the end of the first episode. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. We had so much fun. Jeff McKinnon, John McCallum, Tim McKlasky. We're taking you out with the McKlasky song. Good night, everybody.
Work's done, drinks poured, cigars lit, you're bored. Let's put on a little McKlasky Live. Let's put on a little McKlasky Live. Whiskey clean, coffee black, wife's in the kitchen making a snack. Let's put on a little McKlasky Live. The days are long and life is short, so you may as well die with a smile. It's live, it's fresh, it's happening now, but it's only gonna last a while. Cameras rolling in Studio 5, scripts and costumes and all that jive. Mother recommended and doctor prescribed. Join us now, it's McKlasky Live. Hey! Ho! Tell your sister.
PCJV!